Hey everyone, it's the fourth Saturday of September, and that means it's time for another IDPA match out at the Mecklenburg Wildlife Club. So pack up your gear, let's jump in the car and head out. This club puts on a match on the fourth Saturday of each month. The match is open to the public and without a doubt is a fun, practical way to hone and improve skills. I've left a link to the club's web address in the description. Check them out and consider visiting a match and participating. The club cooks up new shooting scenarios each month, so you never know what's in store until you arrive on the stage. And it's light years more fun and challenging than going to the range and blasting away at a stationary target. This video will give you an idea of what you can expect, so let's get started with Stage 1. Starts with the shooter standing in front of this file cabinet. Your unloaded weapon and all reloads are placed inside the drawer. At the buzzer, retrieve the weapon, load, charge it, and begin engaging targets in tactical order. That is, from near to far with 2 rounds minimum to each, staying behind the boundary markers on the ground. First are these 2 on the right. Then start working your way downrange. These 2 are next. Careful not to hit that non-threat, the one with the hands on it. Then the 2 center, hiding behind another non-threat. The 2 left. And finally, 1 more back there on the right. Let's watch this shooter run the stage. Retrieve, load, and charge the weapon. There's a reload. And done. Here's someone else on the stage from a little different angle.
Shooter indicates ready.
Retrieve, load, and charge. Each needs 2 rounds minimum. There's a reload. Another reload. Nicely executed, and he took another shot there, which is acceptable, but it does add time to your score. Okay, now let's watch it from the shooter's point of view. 2 rounds to each of these 2. Now start working downrange. There's a reload. Another reload. And done. Moving on to Stage 2. This is a view of the stage from the starting point. You begin with your weapon loaded and holstered, arms relaxed at your side. At the buzzer, draw and move down the corridor and engage threats as you see them or as they come into view. Each is to get 2 rounds minimum. The 2 most obvious are these 2 bad guys downrange left and right. Oh, but watch out! There's a sneaky one lurking through that slit on the right. Another step or 2 will reveal 2 more bad guys hiding over here on the left. Take care of them, careful not to hit the good guy. Now move up to the wall, left or right, shooter's choice. I'll go right. Peek around the corner and engage 3 more threats. You can also re-engage the left and right targets if you need to, but it will add time to your score. Okay, let's watch this in action. He immediately engages that sneaky threat through the slit on the right, moves forward and nails the left and right targets downrange. Swings left for the two bad guys hiding behind the non-threat. There's his reload. Over to the corner right and finish off the last three. Done. Well shot. Stage 3 looks like this. The shooter begins by facing downrange, looking between two sets of barrels on the right. Weapon loaded and holstered. What made this stage a little different is each target was to receive a minimum of 3 rounds before moving to the next. At the buzzer, draw and begin engaging threats, starting with the one in front of you that's hiding behind the non-threat. Again, do not shoot that non-threat. Remember, 3 rounds, then move to the next one. Here, here, and another hiding behind a non-threat here. Then move backward and engage another bad guy through the opening on the left. And of course, there's another good guy standing right in front of you. Watch this shooter run the stage. He reached around the barrel to engage that first threat. Nice. There's his reload, and the last one hiding on the left. He picked up a procedural for having his magazine loaded with a couple of rounds too many. Still, nice job. And another shooter. There's his reload. Good muzzle discipline. And done. Another nice run. Stage 4 is laid out like this. The setup for this stage requires the first magazine is loaded with 6 rounds only. That magazine and the unloaded weapon are placed atop the left barrel. Additional magazines are placed atop the middle and right barrels. The shooter starts standing in front of the left barrel, arms relaxed at their sides. At the buzzer, grab the weapon, load and charge it, and begin engaging targets downrange with 2 rounds to the body and 1 to the head on each. Basically, shoot them as you see them, but don't miss any of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 around the last barrel makes 6 targets. Again, each gets 2 to the body and 1 to the head. Watch. And done. And here's another shooter from a different angle. Okay, and now from my point of view. Alright, now on to stage 5. The shooter starts with a loaded and holstered weapon. All additional magazines are placed atop this barrel. You stand here, leaning against the corner as if chatting on a cell phone when all hell breaks loose. At the buzzer, drop the phone and immediately engage these 3 bad guys on the left in tactical order with 2 rounds each. At this point, you can grab your magazines, come back and get them when you need them, or any combination thereof. This is where everyone had a different strategy. Anyway, as soon as the 3 are neutralized, begin engaging targets on the right. 1 downrange here, another hiding around the right set of barrels, 2 more hiding between the barrels, and 1 more around the barrels to the left. Each of these targets is required to receive 2 rounds. Let's watch this shooter. He elected to retrieve his magazines. And he reloads. Now right. And done. Here's another shooter running the stage. This shooter leaves the magazines and continues shooting. Now back to get a fresh mag. And continue engaging targets. And done. Now me. 1, 2, 3. I elect to retrieve my magazines, and this is where it starts to go south, as I can't immediately find the pocket in my vest. Okay, pocket found. Now I can start working on the right. Reload. Now it goes completely off the rails. I am desperately trying to retrieve a magazine from my pocket. The trouble is, nothing is in there. Adding to my confusion, I can actually feel mags through the pocket lining. They must be in a different pocket. So now I'm desperately searching for the other pocket opening. Note to self, don't buy a vest with a zillion pockets in it. Finally, success. I grab a fresh mag and quickly reload. That little fiasco added a full 30 seconds to my time. Not exactly my best performance, but you learn more from your mistakes than your successes. Enough of that. On to stage 6. At the buzzer, remove the trash can lid that trips a clamshell target here. That exposes a bad guy for about 2 seconds before the friendly comes back up and covers it. The bad guy needs to be engaged with 2 rounds. You need to be quick or you will be left making a more difficult headshot on this one. When done, move right to the wall and engage these 6 targets far too near with 2 rounds each. Again, that's far too near. Let's give a watch. You can see the bad guy is revealed for only a moment. Now to the barricade and engage far to near, each with 2 rounds minimum. There's his reload. And done. Here's a left-handed shooter running the stage. That clamshell is fast, but he still made the headshots. Left and far to near. Nice run, and now my turn on the stage. Reload. And done. That completes all 6 stages of the September match. As always, it was great fun and a fantastic learning experience. As I previously mentioned, these matches are open to the public, and you will find that newcomers are always welcome. Perhaps we will see you out at the next one. Remember, life is a journey. Enjoy the ride, and thanks for watching.